visiting with my dad about some of the things that he's done, and in 2010 he made a great accomplishment. One, he was the world champion Road to the Horse. So I want to ask him a few questions about that, how that felt, and his preparation for it, and the competition, and most of all, the horses. So, hey, let's hear about it.
Well, I was lucky enough to get invited to compete at the 2010 World Championships colt starting, and I was competing against the past champion the year before, Richard Winters, and then another great horseman, Ken McNabb. So, those are always tough competitions. You want to draw a good horse.
Right.
They have horses there, and that's part of the deal. You hope you get a good horse, a horse with a good disposition that relates to the training, because you don't have a lot of time to do it. So I picked a horse that I felt like nobody else would pick. He was probably one of the smallest horses, but I liked the way he moved out there. He was real independent. He wasn't too dominant, and so I picked that horse, and it was a tough competition, and there, it goes a little bit Road to the Horse against the grain of what we teach. In other words, about taking our time. But when a guy does it right, and the concern for the horse is there, and there's rules to protect the horses, I think it all comes out really well as far as the welfare of the horse. But man, I tell you what, it makes you use all your skills. Those horses are not halter broke, and by the end of those 3 days, you have to take those horses through a really tough obstacle course, and luck was with me that year, and I won the world championship. So it's something I'm really proud of.
So what type of preparation did you use to get ready for this type of event?
Well, for me, I'm the oldest guy to ever win that event. I was 61 years old when I won that event, and I really worked out really hard physically. I got fit, I ran, I worked out, I did weights, tons of sit-ups, aerobics, and then also started a lot of colts that year, getting ready, just honing my skills. I wanted to be really polished in what I did, and try to have a great outcome. So, I always say, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So, I felt like I was really prepared when I went in there, as I'm sure the other two guys were too. But, I got a good horse, and I felt like I did a great job, and that guy took me to the championships.
How important is the draw?
That draw is important. I think it is. You could end up with a horse that just is not going to relate to the training in that short of a time. So you got to have a good eye in that draw. But anything could happen. And you could get one that's tough and still round the corner. That horse I picked in the first 10 minutes of that, or I'd say first 30 minutes, I felt like I had picked the wrong horse, but
really?
I stuck with it. I was patient, I was consistent, and before you know it, that horse started coming around. And these horses, that I think if you present things in a way they can understand, and they won't let you down. So and that's what happened for me out there.
Yeah, he really did come around. What did you think about the competition? Those are three, you, Ken, and Richard Winters, three tough trainers and competitors, and
I think the championship could have gone to either one of those guys, and they each did a great job, and I have a lot of respect for each and every one of them, and could have gone either way. That horse that I had, I actually ended up being a stallion. I didn't even know it was a stallion at the time, and so that was kind of interesting. And a lady hired me to bring that horse home and work it, and that horse bucked me off when I got it home. And then one day it was trying to nip at me, and I thought, man, this horse acting like a stud. That's just a couple days after I got it home, and sure enough, he was a stud horse. So, but anyway, I ended up having him gilded, and kept that horse for a few months, and then returned him back to that lady in New Mexico. And I don't know what happened to the horse after that, but I always be proud that little horse took me to the championship.
Yes, sir.
That was truly a tough competition.
Absolutely.
So,
would you do it again?
I get asked that a lot, and but my competitive nature always says yes. But I guess I won't have to make that decision until they ask me, because the last few years I've done the commentary for it, and that's fun doing the commentary, and I try to do a great job, and I think I can do a good job because I can really work from the competitor standpoint, and then also want to point out the horse's point of view in my commentary as well. So people tell me I'm doing a good job, and hopefully Tootie Bland will keep having me back. So,
Yeah, I think everyone really enjoys your commentary, and one of the best in the business at that as well. So, well, hope you got something out of today. I think accomplishments are really important in equine discipline, all the disciplines of the equine world. So always take the time, go back and look at your accomplishments, and then also what you want to accomplish in the future. So I think goals are pretty important.
You know what, I think without goals, you're sort of drifting. So, you can have like a lofty goal, but I think if you have small goals in between, I always say small goals are believable, therefore achievable. So put small goals in front of you, and even if it's just something small, but have one lofty goal up there, and that will keep you moving forward all the time. I always say success isn't a place, it's a direction. So make sure you have some direction, not only in your horsemanship and in life, and I think that's important so that you can continue to keep moving forward and continue to make progress.
Yeah, I completely agree. Hey, catch us next time. I'm Cole Cameron.
Craig Cameron.
See you down the trail.